I know it's early, guys. I know it's early, but bear with me, okay? OMG. So let's see. I wanted to try something, but I don't think it's charged. How's everybody doing tonight? Woo-hoo-hoo. There goes my puppy. He is acting up. But he's going to stay out of the studio. He's not coming in the studio tonight. So, let's get into it. Hold on a second. Shut your mouth. Okay, I let the dog to be quiet. Anyway, guys, how's everybody doing tonight? Yes, yes, yes. How is everybody doing tonight? You already know. If you are watching this right now, that means it is 8 o'clock on your Facebook Live. That means it is time for the what? For the show, people, the show. Yes, yes, yes. I need everybody to go in and start sharing. I'm going to give some people some time to start logging in so that we can get into it, okay? Yes, yes, yes. Let's see. I like this post, so I'm going to have to steal it. Save photo. So, with that being said, guys, I'm just sharing. That's what I'm doing. I'm sharing. So make sure you guys do the same. Start sharing, okay? Share. It's the only time that I say sharing is okay, all right? Because most of the time, I'm not sharing nothing. But this time, I'm going to share. I shared my post. How's everybody doing? If you are just tuning in, let me know where you guys are tuning in from so I can go ahead and shout you out, okay? First and foremost, I want to thank everybody for, hey Donna, how are you? Thanks for tuning in. I want to thank everybody who listens to this crazy thing we call the show all over the world, from right here in the United States to Germany to Mexico to mi gente in Peru, Colombia, the Arab nations, France, Germany. I mean, this thing goes worldwide, and we're super excited to be able to share just a little bit of our lives and a little bit about funny stuff with you guys all over the world. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for keeping the show alive for whatever reason y'all want to do that. But thank you, right? So first, and of course, don't forget that you guys can watch us and listen to us on Spotify and on iHeart and Media OQ and all the other social media platforms out there. You can just look us up. It's called The Show. Make sure you put it one word. It's called The Show, because this girl right here forgot to separate it. But it is what it is, right? But anyway, if you're just tuning in, you already know I go with the name of Nina Rock, La Latina Loquita. To my left, my co-host is not here. Hopefully, maybe she'll tune in to the live via, virtual, whatever. Y'all know how it goes, right? Okay. So, with that being said, guys, we're going to get into it, all right? We're going to have a great show for you guys today. We're going to talk to you about the Knicks, OMG. We're going to talk about the Puerto Rican Day Parade, and we're going to talk about all the drama that is going on everywhere. So, with that being said, let's get into it. So, if you're joining us, like I said, let me know where you guys are tuning in from so I can also go ahead and shout you out. And if you have any comments, concerns, feel free to put it in the chat right there. Send us a little message. Or for those of you who are listening to us on Spotify and iHeart, or who are not listening or watching us live, then you can always send us a message at itstheshowpodcast@gmail.com. All right, that is how you can get in touch with us here on the show. Okay, eventually we'll get to the messages, but that's a whole nother topic of conversation, okay? But anyway, first, like we do every single week, we do a recap, right? We start telling you guys what we did for the whole week. And guys, I had an amazing week last week. So I did a lot of things, obviously work, because, bills still got to get paid no matter what, right? But, I got a text message, but I can't read it right now because I'm in the middle of a show. So anyway, I had a great week. Like I said, aside from work, I was able to go to an amazing networking event this weekend. It was pretty cool because it was actually on a beach. Now, we live in Florida, right? So Florida life, why not have a networking event on the beach, right? I would have never thought to do that, but it really was a cool thing. It was a cool event. They had a lot of different vendors and food and drinks and sun and water, and just, it was amazing. It was an amazing time with great people, and got to network and of course see some old colleagues, you know, former colleagues, and meet some new people. So it was a pretty cool event, and it was actually in a place called the Disappearing Islands. If you've never been to Disappearing Islands, if you've been to Disappearing Islands and you are watching our show live, go ahead and put a thumbs up or comment. I'm gonna see if I can bring my co-host in, and hopefully it doesn't log me off. If it does, I'll come back. But let's see if I can bring her in, because she is clicking in here. Let's see. Okay. So it says they can't. It says I can't add you right now for whatever reason. So anyway, Disappearing Islands, guys. If you've ever been to the Disappearing Islands, let me know if you've ever been there, what your thoughts are. If you've never been there, well, let me tell you. Let me put you guys on. It is such an amazing place. So it's in Ponce Inlet, right? All the way down. I'm not going to tell you where I live, but it's in Ponce Inlet, Florida, right? And it is such a cool little place. It has a restaurant, it has ice cream shops, it has bars, it has a little park for the kids, and all these cool little things that you can do, right? And then the Disappearing Island, the reason it's called Disappearing Island is because, first of all, you have to take a little boat to get to the island. That's first of all. You can't just walk there. You got to take a little boat to get to the beach side, right? It's not like a long boat ride. It's maybe 2-3 minutes, 5 minutes tops, depending on which island you want to go to, right? But the reason that it's called Disappearing Islands is because when it disappears when it's high tide. So the islands appear when it's low tide, and then when it's high tide, the islands disappear. It's like the coolest thing. So there's really nothing there. Like, you have to bring all your stuff. You have to bring your coolers, your waters, your drinks, whatever you want to bring, you got to bring with you, because there's nothing there. You'd have to go back to the mainland to use the restroom or eat or whatever you want to do if you didn't bring anything with you, right? So okay, yeah, I tried to bring you in, but it said it couldn't. So if you want to try it again, we can try it again, Angie. Try it one more time. But anyway, so yeah, it's a pretty cool place, and it was so, I mean, you know, the boats pull up, you can jet ski through there. It was like such a cool and amazing little place. So if you've never been there, make sure you go and check it out. It's in Ponce Inlet, Hidden Beach. That's what it's pretty much called. It's called Disappearing Islands. You can Google it. It is an amazing, such a cute little place to visit. Now, the water was amazing, not big rough waves. And then it had like clear white sand. It was so pretty. So, but let me tell you what happened, right? So we found a clam, right? A clam. Y'all know what a clam is? Okay. So we found a clam. And this is a funny story because we were trying to figure out what the fuck, the clam squirted. I swear to God, I'm not kidding. My friend grabbed the clam and then it squirted and she dropped it so fast. Hold on, let me try to bring Angie back on so I can continue my squirting story. Let's see. All right. So anyway, the clam, it squirted. So we were looking at it. We picked it back up. We're looking at it. I have pictures of it and everything on my social media. You guys got to go check it out. But did you guys ever know that a clam can squirt? Now I'm wondering, like, are all clams, it says the guest declined the invite. Okay, let me try to add, maybe try to add you. Hold on, let me try again, Angie. Hold on. I'm going to try to add you. Okay, I sent you a request. But did you guys, so I'm wondering, right, like, are all clams female? Don't get on me. I swear, don't hate me. Don't get on me for it. I'm just asking because it was like the weirdest thing. I've never seen a clam squirt. It squirted. So anyway, I had to Google it. And then it was vibrating, right? Like, it was like vibrating. And I'm like, you could feel the heartbeat. It was like insane. I've never seen such a thing. I never felt such a thing. So anyway, but let me explain, because, you know, I had to Google. I had, like, inquiring minds wanted to know what was going on, right? At least my inquiring mind, right? Because I'm like a little dweeb when it comes to things, right? So I pick up the clam and then I'm like, okay, it's vibrating and it has a heartbeat. And then, oh my God, it squirted again, right? So um, it was just like the weirdest thing. So then I Googled, and here's what Google said. They do squirt and they do vibrate, but not for the weird reasons that we would think, right? Because we're human and our thoughts always go to the gutter for whatever reason, right? They squirt and they vibrate because they're trying to dig themselves back into the sand. I swear, nature is like the most incredible thing in the world, right? So they squirt to loosen the sand that's around them, and then they vibrate so they can dig themselves into the sand because clams live in the sand. Did you guys know that? Like, I was dumbfounded. I was like, that's the coolest shit ever. But anyway, that was my weekend. So I had a pretty good weekend. Let me try to bring her back in one more time. Let's see, Angie. I'm going to try. Okay, let's try it this way. I'm trying it both different ways. So I thought it was the coolest thing. So if you didn't know that, now you know. You learned something today about clams. And I think it's letting her join in. So just give me a second, or give us a little second to kind of, hopefully it loads. It says loading. So let's see. There she goes. Is she there? Oh, I don't know.
I'm here somewhere.
Can you hear me?
I hear you, but can you see me?
No.
I don't see myself.
I don't see you, and you sound very, very far away.
All right. Hello.
Like you're on the phone, but not on speaker. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like if I have my phone, like it's on, but just not on speaker. That's how you sound.
Oh.
And I don't see you.
I even did the phone. You don't see me? Mira.
That's how it looks. I mean, you could
It
probably...
says, ay.
Hold on a second. Don't judge me. Okay.
I'm here to keep rotating the phone.
That's how it looks.
I think right here I was about to get it. Let me see. Hello.
Let's see. We're waiting.
Ay. It sucks. You hear me though?
I don't see anything. So for those of you who are watching the live and wondering what the hell is going on, we're trying to bring Angie in through a virtual channel so she can join us here on the show. And on my side, I just see it going like this, like loading.
All right, I'm gonna get up and send it again. Okay.
Okay. Bye. Try again.
Bye.
We're gonna try this one more time. We always have issues when it comes to trying to bring her on. I don't know what it is, but we always have an issue trying to bring her on when she's not in the studio. So anyway, yeah, so that was my weekend. So I thought that was pretty amazing, like I said, about the clams. If you didn't know that, now you know. You learned something new. Who says that the show can't be an educational thing? Who said? But anyway, if you go to my TikTok, you'll see the video, and I posted some pictures of of the clam. I was gonna say something else, but that's a whole nother private show. A private thing. It sounds weird, but it's really not that weird. I promise you, it's not that bad. Okay, it's not that bad. I promise you. But anyway, let me see. Try this phone. Okay, you try that phone. I can't try that phone. So anyway, that was my weekend. So I hope everybody had a great weekend, but that was my Saturday. I spent it all day over there. Now, one of the things, guys, no answer from the live request. Okay. So we're going to try again. We'll try to bring her back in when she comes back with the other phone. Let's see. We're going to keep trying. If not, I'm just going to keep talking. I don't know which one it is. I hope I did it. I hope I did the right one. But anyway, so that was that. So another thing that happened this weekend, an amazing thing for New York, guys. Shout out to the New York Knicks. Yes. finally, guys, after 53 years. Now, y'all know I'm a New Yorker. I'm from Brooklyn, born and raised through and through, right? The Knicks have never, ever won. They always fumbled or like up at the end or something like that. They've always managed to like screw shit up, right? But But this year they freaking did it. So shout out to the New York Knicks. Congratulations. They finally did it after 53 years. They broke the streak. Or the losing streak, I should say, right? They are the 2026 NBA champions. I mean, and I know New York was going crazy. Like everybody just turned up, even those people who don't live in New York, that live here in Florida, okay, or that live all around the US, they were just going crazy, repping their colors, orange and blue. I don't have a Knicks shirt, so I couldn't wear mine today, but if I did, I would have definitely been rocking mine today too. But anyway, big congratulations to the New York Knicks for winning the championship this year. I know that New York is proud, and I know that the families must be like just going insane for all the ball players. There was one player whose father was an NBA player as well, and he unfortunately had an accident, like a leg. I think he broke his leg or knee or something. I don't know. And he wasn't able to complete his championship or play and receive a ring, but his son did. So I know he must have been super proud. I know as a parent, I probably would have been crying and bawling right then and there because the day my daughter wins Miss Universe pageant, hint, hint, I know I'm going to be bawling like, ah! I'm going to do the whole ugly cry and everything. I'm going to hope to put on at least some good makeup and waterproof mascara so that it doesn't just look that bad and that crazy, right? So, you know what I mean? Yes, she says, Wepa, congratulations to the Knicks. Yes, baby, yes. So, but yeah, so huge shout outs to New York Knicks. But my New Yorkers, I don't know what the fuck are y'all doing. Because then they decided to just wow out and just go crazy and fights and shootings and stabbings and just being totally reckless all throughout the city. Like it was like just a sad thing to see. You know what I'm saying? Like I know we're full of excitement, guys. I know that we're like beyond proud and beyond happy that our New York Knicks finally did it. But that to me is not the way we show gratitude and be thankful or a way to congratulate them by destroying our own city. Like make that make sense. Like we gotta do better. Like I'm so worried about the ticker tape parade because Mayor Mandini, whatever his name is, up there has set Thursday, this upcoming Thursday for the ticker tape parade, right? Some people don't know how to act exactly. That's what Angie's saying. Some people don't know how to act exactly. And I know this Thursday they're planning the ticker tape parade, you know, the championship parade through the city. I'm going to try to bring you in one more time. Approve. Okay. Um, and I'm really worried. Like, guys, we really have to do better. Let's show our New York pride, but let's do it in a positive way. Let's do it in a positive way. Let's show the world that we're fucking civil people too. Like, let's just show the world that we can, you know, that we have common sense and we can, you know, celebrate and not destroy and damage our own city because it really makes no sense. That's not how, I'm sure the Knicks would not have wanted to see that when they, you know, on their win. So with that being said, we got to just keep an eye out on what's going to happen on Thursday because we are planning that ticker tape parade for the New York Knicks. Now, with that being said, Angie has another comment. Making us New Yorkers look crazy. Yes, this is why people fear going to New York. You know that a lot of people are afraid to go to New York. It's like, oh, New Yorkers are crazy. New Yorkers this. Da, 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 da. I could see why they would think that, guys. Like, come on. Like, let's do better. We have to do better. Let's represent New York the right way, people. Okay, please represent New York the right way. Okay, so. Anyway, with that being said, let's move on. That was Saturday because this was like such an eventful weekend for New York. It was just like totally insane, crazy. So much shit was going on, okay? I'm kind of like glad I live here in Florida now, though I do miss my New York, not the snow or the cold, but you know what I mean? But Sunday was the Puerto Rican Day Parade. All right. Shout out to all my Boricuas out there, right? Let's see, Angie has a comment. Why beat up people because of the choice of their jersey? Oh, yeah, we're going to get back to that in a second. Yes. But let's go back to the Puerto Rican Day Parade. So Sunday was the Puerto Rican Day Parade. It was the day for all my Boricuas out there, right, to represent our Puerto Rican heritage. The flags were up. They were on the cars. They were just everywhere. Like, you know you're a Boricua. You know a Boricua, especially on the day of the Puerto Rican Day Parade. Like, no matter where you are in the world, you're going to know that there's a Latina, there's a Boricua in the house. I'm just saying. Because even me, that I live here in Florida, I did put out my Puerto Rican flag out in the front because I let my neighbors know I'm Boricua, pa que lo sepa, okay? I had to represent. I had to do it. But even with that, guys, now mind you, let me backtrack. I haven't been to the parade in years because there was a point in time when you can just go have a good time and celebrate your people, your culture, and it is chill and it's great. But I haven't been in years, and this year was just a reminder why I don't go, because again, we don't know how to act. Like, guys, come on. Like, there was just fights and brawls and all types of shit going on. And I'm like, ay, Dios mío, Ave Maria, qué jodienda. Let me see, Angie has a comment. I can't read it, though. Let me put my glasses on to read it because, you know, I cannot see, and that one is a tough one. She said, ma'am, you singing that made me look to see if that video finish or restart it. No, it's just me getting into my because that's like the Boricua anthem. I don't know. I think that's the Boricua anthem, and it's what I do to intro the show all the time. So yes, I can see why you would have thought that. But no, I didn't restart. We're still good to go for whatever reason. But yes. So again, guys, come on, like let's show, yes, we're Latinos, we're proud to be Puerto Rican, we're proud, you know, of our, we love our culture, we love our heritage, we love our food, our comida, like, you know, having, you know, like Bad Bunny says, shots with Doñita, like we enjoy all of that, you know what I'm saying? The piraguas in the summer, you know, we enjoy all of that. But can we enjoy it in a way where we're not looking fucking crazy? Like, guys, come on. Like, anyway, it was very disappointing to see, you know, people just wilding out in the streets. And I get it. Tempers get flared. It's hot. It's crowded. I get it. But you know, it's the parade. That's what we do. You know, it's going to be like that. So you have a little bit more patience. Carry an electric fan with you. I don't know. Do something, right? You know, so, you know, we just got to do better. Okay, we're going to try to bring Angie in one more time. We just really have to do better, guys. Hold on, I'm trying to add her. Okay. We just have to do better in all aspects. From winning the championship, from the Knicks winning the championship to the Puerto Rican Day Parade, there was so many things going on in New York. Like, it was just completely insane. And people were just wilding out all over the place. So, you know, I pray for my people. I pray for New York. I pray for my boroughs. I pray for my people, my Boricuas, my Latinos, and everybody else out there in between. Let's just do better. Let's show what we're really about. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, we're gonna go back to the Knicks for just a second because Angie did bring up a good point. Not this game, but the game before. I guess this was the game 5, so game 4, right? There was a couple of Spurs fans that couldn't leave the stadium. They couldn't leave the stadium. One guy got attacked. They made him take off his jersey. They were pulling off his hat. You know, like, you got to still respect the fact that they still have support for that team, because not everybody likes the Knicks. Some people were Spurs fans, and that's okay to be different, right? But it doesn't give us, not me specifically, because I wasn't there. I don't want nobody, no cops trying to come after me, but I'm just saying, it doesn't give us, and I say us, the right to go and attack someone else just because they had on a different jersey that we don't agree with, or whatever the case is. Because honestly, in every other time, although the Knicks were in the championship, when the Knicks are not in the championship, you guys are rooting for another team. You guys probably rooted for the Spurs at one point in your life, especially when they were winning some championships a couple of years ago, right? I'm sure you guys were rooting for and representing the Chicago Bulls when they were on a streak and winning a lot of games too, right? I'm sure a lot of you guys were representing for Stephen Curry when he played, right? So the Warriors. So I think they changed their name now, but you get what I'm saying. So respect. It comes a long way. Yeah, we can talk a lot of shit like, oh, your team, we're gonna wax that ass, we're gonna sweep, we're gonna do all this stuff. But to physically attack somebody and try to take off their jersey, their hat, just because they're repping a team that they love, how would you like it if it was unto you, in Spurs territory? Wouldn't like it, right? Because remember, it goes both ways. And remember, eventually, Knicks fans are gonna have to go just watch them in the Spurs at some point in next season. So hey, we gotta do better. Let's see what Angie says. I can't see what she said. Hold on a second. I gotta put my glasses on, guys. Sorry, y'all know the drill. I want to go back to a parade every home game. Yes, correctly. Every home game it was. I do want to go to the parade, but I don't know if I would go to the parade. I'm just saying. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to do the Cultura Latina fashion show. I'm going to represent Boricuas all over the place, all over the world, and all the Latin cultures, because at the end of the day, we're Latinos, and when we come together, we're more powerful than what we can actually even dream of. So it's time to come together, be united, and be a part of something bigger than just yourself. So yeah, that's what I gotta say about that. Okay, so but yes, guys, it was just an eventful weekend for New York, and it was just insane everywhere, the good parts and the bad parts. Okay, so but yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say. And did you have any comments, thoughts, concerns, anything that you want to talk about before we continue on? I'm going to give her a few seconds because we have like a little delay and stuff like that. So for those of you who are watching, if you want to just let us know where you guys are tuning in from, I'd appreciate it. So, all right. So while we wait for her comments, guys, I'm just going to continue on because I'm going to have such a busy week this week. I have so much things going on. I'm just like so tired. But anyway, how was everybody's week? Let's start with that. How was everybody's week? Maybe I should have started with that instead of just jumping right into a conversation. But that's me. That's just how I roll, right? So, Angie, would you like to add anything? Oh, she's typing. Hold on. Let me see what she wrote. Let me see. She said, my concern is we need an app for guests. Yes, we'll work on that. That's an internal issue for ourselves. We know that. But, your chair is there. You should have been here. I'm just saying, right? But anyway, whole nother topic of conversation. We can talk about that after the show. But, yes. So, like I said, guys, eventful weekend for New York. And, yeah, we're just going to keep going and moving on because, you know what? So many other things are going on. So, like I said, the Disappearing Islands, it was such a great time. And, yep. And it was such a great time. So if you guys have a chance to go, just definitely make sure you get out there and go. Now, with that being said, I mentioned the fashion show. I mentioned Cultura Latina because we're going to be having that gala award dinner coming up in September. So make sure you look out for that, for those invites and stuff like that. But speaking of that, have you guys seen Cardi B's children, like Culture and Wave? They are the cutest little things. They have been doing posts. I guess she hired a photographer, or maybe she did the pictures herself, Cardi. I'm not sure. But she has these amazing photos of her kids just like doing some amazing like Vogue poses and stuff like that. And they're just like blowing up the internet and killing it right now. So they look so cute and adorable. They're like really up and coming. And Cardi is really like setting them up for a great future. And I'm so proud of that because that's a New Yorker right there. A true New York fan right there. True New Yorker right there. When the Knicks won, she was like going crazy herself, like, we outside, in her Cardi voice, right? Y'all know, y'all can picture it, y'all can hear it, right? And you know, she represented for the Knicks and New York. Hold on, Angie has some comments. Hold on a second. Let me go back and try to read them. Let me see. Still working and prepping for tomorrow morning. Saturday is a fashion show in St. Petersburg, Florida. Tickets are still on sale. So Angie is part of a fashion show that's going to happen this Saturday. So make sure you guys go check it out in St. Petersburg. She'll have tickets. So many things were going on. So Cardi B. I'm wondering if she's going to put Culture and Wave in a fashion show in New York. That would be like so cute to see, right? But she definitely did her thing with them. She's doing a great job as a mom. I just have to say that, and I give her much respect. And you know, I love that about her, that she can be as crazy as she wants to be when she wants to be. But when it comes to her children, she's on point with that. And that's much love and much respect for her for that. People can say whatever y'all want to say about her, but you can never say that she's not doing what she's got to do for her kids. So, yeah. So shout out to Cardi B for that. Another amazing Nick fan, and this is very interesting. Spike Lee, right? Spike Lee is, you know, the ultimate Nick fan. Like he's, I mean, at every game, right there courtside, sitting with his little glasses. Y'all know, right? You see him at every game, he's there, right? I don't think he's ever missed one. I'm sure he has, but I don't think that he ever has. I'm sure he has, but I don't think so. But do you know that they're trying to get him a championship ring? Like, I guess like duplicate of the ring or something, or whatever, I don't know, whatever you call it, right? They're trying to get him a ring. I think that is so cool. Now mind you, if the league cannot give him one because obviously he's not a Nick, right? He doesn't really deserve one. I think that the team should splurge and get him like a replica. What do you guys think? Do you think that Spike Lee should get a replica of the championship ring? What do you guys think? Let me see. Angie is commenting. She says, yes, he has been there since day one. Exactly. He has. He's at every game, no matter what. He's there. Win or lose, he's there, right? So that is a true Nick fan right there. So I think, like I said, I think that if the league cannot do it, I think that they should, the team players, the current team players, should be able to make him a replica of the ring. I think that would be amazing. I think that would be such a great thing to give him for being the diehard true Nick fan, right? Hold on, I'm gonna try to read the comments from here because like trying to read them up there, girl, I'm so blind, you already know. Yeah. So let's see. Okay, okay. Hold on. I'm trying to get to the comments. Okay, here we go. All right. So, the commissioner will. Okay, that would be fucking amazing if the commissioner can do that, right? I think he deserves it. Do you guys think he deserves it? Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And for those of you who are watching later on or something, let me know what you guys think. Do you think that he deserves? I think he deserves it. I do. I really do think that he deserves it for sure. Let me see. Even when he's not here on Earth, they should put a statue of him on that seat. It's the same seat, right? That would be super cool, right? If they named that like the Spike Lee seat, right? That you know, yeah, they should put like like a statue of him like this, right, with the glasses, or like with his hands between his legs, you know, like just staring at the court. Like I think that would be dope. Yeah, I think that would be amazing if they can pull that off, or at least put it somewhere in the Madison Square Garden. Maybe not that seat particular because they do have to move the stadium for other things, concerts and things like that. But that would be really dope if they can do that. I would like to see that. That would be a cool shirt, right? Maybe I should put that on a shirt. The ultimate Nick fan, right? And have Spike Lee there, right? I think that would be cool. That would be a cool shirt. But anyway, they're trying to do that. So hopefully they will be able to do that. And I'll just update you and report back to you and see what they come up with when it comes to that. So, all right, Angie, what else is going on for the weekend? I know you have the fashion show. What time is the fashion show? I know you said in St. Pete. What time does the show start? Angie said he is the original true fan. That is 100% correct. Shout out to Spike Lee for that. Now, some of you newbies are like, who's Spike Lee? He's a movie director, movie producer back in the 90s. He did a lot of things like Do the Right Thing and all these other appropriate cultural movies and things like that back in the 90s. And yeah, and he's been there since day one. First time he's seeing a championship. So I know he must have been super excited too. I wonder how his household was when, I mean, obviously he was at the game, right? But like, what happened like when he got home? Like, what was, try to, like, we saw what Cardi did. She was screaming, jumping up and down, like, yeah, we outside, we won. She's doing her Cardi thing. But I wonder how, because Spike Lee's like so reserved, right? Like, yeah, we won. Like, I don't know. How do you think he would be? I don't know. I'm curious to see. Father's Day gift baskets on sale. Hit me up for orders. The show starts at 7. So that's what Angie has going on. The fashion show on Saturday starts at 7 o'clock, and she's got Father's Day gift baskets going on. Now, I don't even know when Father's Day is because I never celebrate it. Does anybody know when? Is it this Sunday? Because I really don't know. Let me know. When is Father's Day? I've never celebrated Father's Day. I mean, I let my kids do it when I was with their dad, but that's about it. When's Father's Day? My dog is trying to answer, but he can't speak English. Also, another TikTok live will start on Wednesday. Follow my profile for more information. Okay, when is Father's Day? That's what I want to know. When is Father's Day? Sunday. Oh, okay, Sunday. All right. Well, Sunday is Father's Day, guys. So make sure you do something nice for your dad, your uncle, your brother, your godfather, I don't know, whatever you got. Grandpa, whatever you got. I never had any of those, so I don't celebrate it. But Sunday is Father's Day, and there are some gift baskets out there and that Angie has. And I may have some colognes if anybody needs. I can make a little gift basket. I got some Dragon Ball Z's and Pokemons and things like that. Whatever. I don't know. Whatever. Let me see. Someone must be knocking. Little one is barking. Yeah, or maybe somebody's just outside in the, like outside. But whatever. They're not, I don't think anybody is knocking because my ring bell hasn't gone off. So usually the ring camera would pick up or something like that. Unless they're just idiots and didn't ring the bell, but that's a whole nother topic of conversation because sometimes you just can't fix stupid. I'm just saying, sometimes you just can't fix stupid. But anyway, Father's Day is this weekend, guys. That's all I gotta say about that. So shout out to all the amazing fathers out there. I know there are a few of you out there. Shout out to the ones who are actually trying to do the right thing despite whether they're with their partner, that's great, and whether they're not with their partner and whether or not they're able to, be a part of their life. How do I word this? Let me see without sounding like an asshole. Let me reword this. Shout out to all the great dads. That's all I'm gonna say. Despite what you're going through, if you have baby mama drama, that's your business. Nobody cares. You still keep fighting and do what you gotta do for your child, and that's it. That's all I gotta say about that. I guess that's the right way to say it without sounding like an asshole. I don't know if there's another way to say it. Please help a sister out because y'all know that sometimes I say shit because I'm a little bit of an asshole with a capital A on my motherfucking chest. But that's a whole nother story. Y'all know. You've been rocking with me for 7 years. Y'all already know how it is. But I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to do better. Keyword is trying. That's all I gotta say about that. So that's what Angie's got going on this weekend. What do I have going on this weekend? Saturday, I'm going to the beach on Thursday. Friday, I'm going to a networking event in it's not Palm Bay, Palm Coast. I'm going to a networking event in Palm Coast. Saturday, I have something on Saturday. I just can't think of it right now. And Sunday, I guess I'll be sleeping. I don't know. But ladies, if you have a good man in your life who's a great father or one who stepped up to take care of your children, make sure you appreciate him this weekend, okay? Make sure you show him the love that he deserves and all that stuff. Make sure you get him a good gift that's not just like underwears and socks. Like, most men get on, or a tie, like how many ties can they have, or how many pairs of socks can they get? Like, be a little bit more thoughtful in the gift, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And if you're giving him baby mama drama, stop just for at least one day. Can we just stop just for one day? Let him see his child. Let him talk to his child. If he deserves it, because there's someone out there who really don't. But if he deserves it and he's trying to do his best and you're just being a, you know what, just out of spite, cut the spite just for the day. Just for the day. Just my thoughts. My random Nina Rock rants. That's all I gotta say about that, guys. I won't take up any more of your time. We got about 20 minutes left. So if you guys don't have any more comments, concerns, or anything like that, that is all I have going on this week. And I really don't have anything else because I'm team no life. Okay. So all I do is work. That is it. But other than that, guys, I really do hope everybody has an amazing weekend. Do a barbecue for your man. Do a barbecue for your baby daddy, or the one who stepped up to be a baby daddy. That would be nice. But you cook, not him. Just saying. I think that would be nice. Let him take a sit back. Deserve it or not, let the men be fathers. Well, I say deserve it because, and the reason I say that is because if the guy is an abuser, I'm sorry, he doesn't deserve it. Okay? If the man is an abuser, or known for doing bad things to kids and stuff, like, no, they don't deserve to see their child. I can agree 100% on that, and I'll stand by that. But if they're, as long as they're not doing anything harmful to the child, you know what I mean, that they're not going to be harmful to the child, by all means let them, you know what I'm saying. But if you know that they're, now, don't be spiteful, because some of these girls, they know that their baby daddy ain't doing nothing, and they still want to claim that their baby daddy is doing something just to be spiteful little bitches. Now, we know this, but I'm talking about the ones who, really, really are really trying to do the right thing by their children. Let them. Just give them the day. They'll be so appreciative. Just give them the day. Okay? That's all I gotta say. Right? So with that being said, guys, enjoy your weekend. Do a barbecue. Have a great time. And let's have one weekend where we don't act the fucking fool. Can we have a weekend like that where we don't act the fucking fool? I don't know. You guys decide and let me know. But with that being said, guys, I appreciate everyone who tunes in. I'm sure Angie appreciates everybody who tunes in as well. And yeah, with that being said, love, peace, and hair grease. Your girl Nina Rock is out. Bye. Bye, Angie. You want to say final thoughts? Want to say bye? We'll give her a few seconds because we have a delay. Yes, I'm admiring my blush. All right, y'all. We'll talk to you guys later. See you guys next Monday. Hopefully, Andrew will be in the studio with us. But with that being said, guys, love, peace, and hair grease. Bye.